Welcome back to Today on Display and welcome to Display Trivia, Part 1. This is kind of the important part though because this is when we find out how much we are playing for. So if you haven't joined us before, here's how it's going to work. I'm going to spin the wheel. As you can see, there's $1,000 slots, $2,500 slots, and $5,000 slots. We've been spending a lot of 5,000s lately, if you ask me, giving away a lot of that moolah. So whatever we land on, that's what tonight's trivia jackpot will be, and we'll play later on. So let's determine what our winners are going to take home tonight. Let's spin this wheel. Woo! That's a big boy, yeah. It's my Jennifer Coolidge. Hey, it's a big boy. Nope, I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. Yep. What do we got here? What do we got here? What do we got here? We're playing for $1,000. Woo! Yes. All right, guys. So here's how it's going to work. Later on in the game, we are going to have those questions pop up on your screen. There's 10 of them. You're going to have 10 seconds to answer each one. If you get them all right, you get a piece of that $1,000 prize. If you get even one wrong, you are out of the running for that prize money, but you can keep playing along for fun. We'll be right back with more Today on Display. Welcome back to Today on Display. It's trivia time, part 2. Yeah, you know what time it is. 10 grueling questions, thousands of contenders. They all enter, but only a few will emerge victorious with that sweet, sweet cash moolah. They've trained for this moment all their lives, and now they're ready to put those thumbs and brains to work. I don't know, do you tap it with your thumb? Your fingers. This is trivia. So tonight's pot is $1,000, and in case you're just tuning in, I'll re-explain the rules. You'll have 10 seconds to pick your answer, and choose wisely, because once you tap, there's no going back. If you miss one, you will no longer be eligible for the cash prize, but stay in the game because it's a party in the US of Display. Yeah, and you can keep playing along for fun. This is fun on a Friday, folks. I mean, personally, I choose to put on some sweats and watch mindless garbage television, but you put those brains to work. Yeah. All right, you ready to do this? Here we go. Question 1. All of the following countries start with the letter A except Algeria, Argentina, Belize. All of the following countries start with the letter A except Algeria, Argentina, Belize. A thinks it's so important because it starts off the alphabet. You know, this was always the case with line leaders in elementary school too. It's like, yeah, sure, you're getting all the attention because you're up front. But you know who's really holding it down? The caboose. Yeah, because without someone bringing up the rear, the whole thing would fall to pieces. So you know what? Here's to all the Z's out there. You know, you ever see a bookend with just one side? That's what I thought. And I'm getting everyone warmed up with this one because Belize starts with a B. And we'll be moving right along to question 2. Let's do this. All of the following are frozen treats traditionally made from dairy except ice cream, gelato, sorbet. All of the following are frozen treats traditionally made from dairy except ice cream, gelato, sorbet. Do you remember when the ice cream truck would drive through your neighborhood in the summer? Yeah, I mean, I only liked it for the music. What? What? I'm lactose intolerant, and that tune was a bop. Ah, I mean, gosh, are we in Ibiza right now? Ibiza? Because that right there, I mean, that is a song I can really dance to. So now that you know I was the coolest kid ever growing up, it's also time you knew that of these treats here, sorbet is the only non-dairy option, made of mostly fruit, ice, and sugar. Yeah, that's a sweet deal. Let's do Q3. Ocean tides on Earth are controlled most directly by which celestial body? The moon, Jupiter, Halley's Comet. Ocean tides on Earth are controlled most directly by which celestial body? The moon, Jupiter, Halley's Comet. You're telling me I need to get a celestial body when I'm still out here working on my beach body? I mean, hot girl summer might be over soon, but there's still time. There's still time. How do you get a beach body, you might ask? That's a good question. Have a body, go to the beach. I don't want a beach body if it means no onion rings. You know, no beach body could be that good. But the celestial body we are looking for today, that's the moon. Yeah, make sure that's covered up for your beach excursions though, by the way, unless you're going to a nude beach. Question 4. In the original use of the musical term DJ, what does the J stand for? Jam, jazz, jockey. In the original use of the musical term DJ, what does the J stand for? Jam, jazz, jockey. No, we're not asking about DJ Tanner, played by Candace Cameron on Full House. That DJ stood for Donna Joe. That DJ also stood for integrity, which is why she never let her younger sisters Stephanie and Michelle get away with not being the best they could be. I mean, it might have been a full house, but it was our house. Now remember, our in-house DJs from Display Fest? Melody, Sonny James, and Active? Oh, man, good times. So yeah, DJ in a musical context means disc jockey. We got all the hits on repeat here at Display, but it's time to chart new territory with question 5. The objective sum in the popular casino game whose name consists of 2 rhyming words is what? 13, 21, 45. The objective sum in the popular casino game whose name consists of 2 rhyming words is what? 13, 21, 45. The objective sum, meaning the number you want your card's values to equal in order to win. Make sure you don't go over though. Just like in The Price is Right, that is very bad. Oh, yeah, the worst. You have to be the closest without going over. Well, I guess I'm not going to be too good at that game because I'm always going over the top or over the moon with love for my Displays. What? Let me gush. I'm proud. All right, in blackjack, you want to hit that lucky number 21. 21. I got to be honest, though. You know, I'm not really sure what happens when you do win. Money, maybe? Sounds good enough to me. Question 6. Which of the following temperatures is not equivalent to the others? 0 degrees Celsius, 0 degrees Kelvin, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Which of the following temperatures is not equivalent to the others? 0 degrees Celsius, 0 degrees Kelvin, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Anyone else running temperature tonight? Is that just me? No, I'm pretty sure you all feel it too because this game is hot. Luckily, all these temps are pretty cold, so they're gonna come in handy for the cool down. I said, brr, it's cold in here. There must be some displayers in the atmosphere, yeah. Whether you know the metric system or not, chances are 0 degrees means it's pretty cold, yeah. And it's Fahrenheit equivalent, 32 degrees. 0 degrees Kelvin, AKA absolute zero, is so cold that nothing in the universe can even exist at all. At it. Talk about a cold shoulder. Question 7. The character voiced by Tom Hanks in Pixar's first full-length animated feature film is what type of action figure? Astronaut, cowboy, soldier. Which one are we looking for here? Astronaut, cowboy, or soldier? It's crazy to me that all these toys come to life when Andy's not in his room. But the second he comes back, bam, they're down. I mean, that's pretty impressive, honestly. So my question is, how do they remember where he last left them? Or is Andy just so unobservant that it doesn't matter? I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? I mean, I could find my tweezers literally anywhere in my house, and I'd be like, yep, that checks out. By the way, I can never find my tweezers. But how many of you plucked the right answer? Woody's voiced by Tom Hanks is a cowboy, and we're rounding everybody up for question 8. Which is not a model by the American car manufacturer who filed for bankruptcy in 2009. F-150, Escalade, Tahoe. Which is not a model by the American car manufacturer who filed for bankruptcy in 2009. F-150, Escalade, Tahoe. Car models? I mean, are they looking for anyone right now? Because I could look good posing next to a car. At least I think so. I mean, if no one needs a car model, though, make an excellent hand model. Well, my hands make good hand models. I can't take all the credit. Who am I kidding? And I'm hoping to be able to hand it to you all when you get this question right. This manufacturer has a few different makers under its umbrella, so if you know those, you're in the passing lane. Toot toot beep beep. Ford is not under the GM label, so F-150 is the right answer. On to question 9. All of the following members of this prominent comedy family appeared on the 90s Fox sketch show except Kenan, Deidre, Marlon. All of these appeared on the 90s Fox sketch show except Kenan, Deidre, Marlon. Which one? The show is not Family Ties or Family Matters, but Family Matters to this family because they always work with each other. And to very hilarious results. There had to have been something in the water at their house for almost every sibling to grow up to be that funny. I mean, I can barely get my brother to pose for a goofy Christmas sweater photo, so, I mean, this is definitely not in the cards for us. We are, of course, referring to the Wayans brothers of In Living Color, and though Deidre is in show business, she never made it onto the show. I think you all are ready to show down, because it's time for the final question. Question 10. The publication where Jessica Pelz is the editor-in-chief uses what kind of font for its logo? Serif, sans serif, script. The publication where Jessica Pelz is the editor-in-chief uses what kind of font for its logo? Serif, sans serif, script. Font nerds. I know the type. Sorry if that was too bold of a joke for all of you. What? Do you all need some space for my bad typography jokes? Look, you better shift your attitude because there's a lot more where that came from. No backspaces for me. I'm committed to the font puns at this point. Helvetica, believe it. Jessica Pelz is editor-in-chief of a certain cosmopolitan magazine, the logo for which is Franklin Gothic Extra Condensed, a font that goes without the serif. Sans serif is your answer, yes. And the answer to a long work week, a trivia win, folks, yes! How did you do, Displavies? Are you winners? I mean, in my eyes, you are, just for being here. Love, a half-heart love all around, because you already know you came, you played, you slayed, and you got paid for the knowledge you displayed. Take the weekend, rest up. I'll see you all back here on Monday for more trivia and more Today on Display.